Alright, this audio is only a test, and we're now feeding 1080p 60 frames per second, but 4 megabits per second is where I've set the initial stream, which doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand what it is. At any rate, I'm back to MP2 at 100 kilobits per second with a variable key, of course, and the main encoder is at 84%, and it's holding there. The input size is 1920 at 60, output is 1920 at 60, bit rate is 4 kilobits. Nothing on substream 2, so everything's disabled. That's good. Go back up here and hit this again, holding 82, so that's good. Let's see how this stream is doing over here. I wonder how the audio is. The audio is coming through the dynamic microphone now. We're about 1 minute in or so. I think this is maybe the only way that I can get an audio stream out with this particular camera. I still have to call the folks at Canon to determine exactly what we've got here and why it will not stream out on AAC. It ought to, but it doesn't. I know that can play into my television just fine. It's playing into the Blackmagic just fine, but there's something about the AAC standard that is not liked. I have no idea. So continuing to look at the standard, it's at 82%, 86%. That's holding pretty strong. Good steady stream. We'll be checking the audio here aside from my bumping the microphone and whatnot. Hopefully it'll be okay. Looking for a clean stream. I don't know how to get rid of the high-end emphasis right now. I may have to inject an inline filter of some sort so that it de-emphasizes the microphone a little bit. That could also be the choice of microphone. This Telefunken is very bright, and the Rode, because of the nature of its Wi-Fi-ness, has a lot of pre-emphasis. So the high end just hisses and whistles, but that would be fairly easy to take care of with a filtering element of some sort. I've got a 50 dB reducer on it, and it still whistles and shrieks and signs and all that good stuff. So at any rate, I'm going to read some literature here, and we'll see if we can get a nice long stream to check this out. Before I start, I'm going to go back over to the status page and refresh the status again. 81%, so it's actually holding on the variable bit streams. Is actually holding pretty good. A little bit dark in here. Let me try turning on some lights and to kind of wash the ceiling with a bit of light. Let's see how that works out. Give a little bit more light in this direction. So there we go. Much better. It took the shadows away and that sort of thing. So I'm going to pull the table back to me, and I'm going to read something here. Let's take another look. It said the audio stream this rate is lower than recommended. They recommend 128. I cannot sustain 128. I'm sustaining 100 right now. So I don't know how to fix that. I want to be able to stream 1080p at 60 frames per second because I have some detailed things that I need to show, and the detail will not come up on 720p. So I guess it is what it is. We'll check the audio when we get back online here. I'm going to try bumping it up just slightly after taking a look at where it is right now. At 100, I'm holding 81%. I'm going to go over the audio and bump it up to 110 and save that. That's up 10%. Close. See what it does to the status. It took it up to 92%. Just changing the bit stream rate by 10% jumped it from 84% to 92%. So I guess that's about right. I changed the stream demands 10%, and the encoding rate went up 10%. But now it's back down to 79. So let's see how that works. It still says the bit rate's too low, but I don't know if that's true or not. Put on the reading glasses. This is about 6 minutes into the thing, and we'll give you a cue. There's the cue. By now, all registered Democrats and Republicans should have received an application for an absentee ballot in the mail. The Connecticut Secretary of State from blah 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 for the August 11, 2020 primary. Anyone that feels that they shouldn't be voting in person at the polls because of the non-virus can check illnesses as their reason for voting by absence, per order of the governor. If you wish to vote by absentee ballot, please fill out the application and return it to the office of Paula B. Ray, the town clerk. We will mail ballots to all voters that have sent us applications, etc., etc. Please disregard the application if you want to vote in person, and there's a phone number there referencing what goes on. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream. It's now 7 minutes into it. Let me check the overall performance of the stream, and it is at 88%, so I can live with that. Let's go up to closer to their minimum before we stop the stream, and we'll run it a little bit longer. I'm going to go up and bump the stream up to 120 kilobits per second. Set, close. Status. We'll let it settle down, because it's going to be up there initially until it settles down. And because the inputs that go into the environment also put a load on that machine, is probably running very high right now. 83%, so that's good. All right. And the stream's a little bit happier at 120. That may be where we have to do it. So this is a 1080p, 60 frames per second, 4 megabits per second bit rate on the video, variable 48K for the encoding, but we're doing for the sampling MP2. 44.1 did not work. I suspect that may be because there's 48K coming out into the stream, so we have to encode it 48. It's well within the HDMI specifications, so it should work. The only thing that's not working on this camera is AAC. I can't get AAC to work. It's garbled. So I'm going to have to give them a call today. Let's take one last look at this as it settles down. 82%. It's holding up there at 82%. That's a pretty heavy load. Let's go ahead and end the stream at 9:39, and we'll take a look at it.